Mermaids don't cry.
Grandmother, it was horrible.
What was horrible? Tell me.
I can't. I'm so ashamed.
You must never feel ashamed. You can tell me anything. Haven't I always told you that? Now, what is it that distresses you so?
I think I'm in love.
But how? I mean, are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I've never felt this way before. All I know is that it feels horrible.
I think you need to start right from the beginning. What happened on the surface that could possibly make you think you're in love?
When I came to the surface, there was a ship nearby.
Go on.
I was very careful to stay out of sight. The sun had gone down. There was music and singing, and hundreds of little colored lamps lit the deck of the ship. There were several richly dressed men. But there was one. He was by far the most beautiful of them all. I couldn't turn my eyes away from him. I think he was a prince. It was his birthday, and there were these works of fire that I had never seen before. Serpents of light rose up into the air and exploded into suns of brilliant fire reflected upon the water. It was as if the stars of heaven were falling down upon me.
Yes, yes. Don't change the subject. What about the prince? And then what happened?
The ship was tossed violently, and the prince was washed overboard. I couldn't leave him there to die.
Ariana, you didn't.
When I found him under the water, at first I was delighted, for now I could share with him the splendor here below. But then I realized humans do not live under the sea. Only dead bodies ever reach the Sea King's palace.
So you rescued him. He must have seen you.
His eyes were closed. I think he was asleep.
Are you sure of this?
I'm sure.
What then? You took him to the seashore?
Yes.
You are absolutely sure no one saw you? Listen to me very carefully. You will not mention this to your father. If he ever found out you interfered in human affairs, he would be furious. Now, as for being in love, you know, my dear, it is not possible for mermaids to feel love. At least not in the same way humans do.
Grandmother, if men are not drowned, do they live forever? Do they live as long as we do here in the sea?
They die too, and their lives are even shorter than ours. We may live for 300 years, when we cease to exist, we become foam upon the water. We have no immortal soul, therefore we never come to life again. Humans are not like us. They have an immortal soul that lives forever.
Why did we not receive an immortal soul? I would gladly give the hundreds of years I have to live, to be a human for only one day.
You must not think like that. We do not have the troubles and sufferings that humans endure.
I must die then? And become foam on the top of the water? And not hear the music of the waves? Nor smell the beautiful wild flowers? Or feel the red sun? Is there nothing I can do to gain an immortal soul?
No, but I think it is best you forget your prince. We are better than those that dwell above. In their ignorance and vanity, your beautiful fishtail is considered ugly to them. To be beautiful to a human, one must have two sturdy props which they call legs. Let us be happy, little minnow, the 300 years God has given us. Think of the gifts and talents you have. Your voice is like no other. The beauty of your song has the power to sink ships and beckon sailors to their depths. Forget the world, Bob. 300 years is long enough in all consciousness. The sooner you accept this, you will rest all the better.
Thorn of a ship. Oh, there is no doubt it is my prince. He whom I care for more than anyone. He is where all my desires center, and in whose hands I would trust my life's happiness. I would venture anything to gain him, and an immortal soul.
Anything?
What?
You did say anything.
Where did you come from?
Please forgive the intrusion, your loveliness. I was passing by and thought I heard laments of sadness and desperation. Surely I was mistaken. A mermaid as beautiful as yourself could not possibly be so despondent.
I've never seen you around here before. Who are you?
You may not know me, but where I come from, you are well known to us.
And where is that?
Let me simply say, your voice is legendary. During the last spring solstice, an aquatic ball was held in your grandmother's honor. You sang so beautifully that night that all in attendance agreed that you possess the most beautiful voice in all the sea.
That's very kind of you to say.
One so gifted must feel blessed to have such a talent. I have no doubt someone would give up anything to receive such a gift.
Perhaps. I would gladly give my voice for what I truly desire.
Is that so? What if I were to tell you that there is a way, but that it would be dangerous?
What is it? Tell me, please.
First, I must tell you, I was sent by someone. Someone who holds your best interests at heart. I know someone who has the power to make your dreams come true.
Can they give me an immortal soul?
Perhaps. For a price.
Where do I find this someone?
You must journey to the precipice of the black bottomless canyon. There you will fall into the center of a giant whirlpool. There beyond lies the palace of the Water Witch.
The Water Witch!
Only she has the power to help you. There is no other way.
Yes. I must go.
Then you must hurry. Delay could be fatal, for the Water Witch has little patience. And tomorrow, after the rising of the sun, she will not be able to help you for another year.
But my family, can I trust you?
Always.
If I don't return by tomorrow, you must explain everything to my grandmother.
I promise.
You won't forget, will you?
Time is of the essence.
Wish me luck. Goodbye, then. Goodbye.
That was too simple. Good riddance, little fool! You have no idea what awaits you in the deep. Flesh-eating plants, eager to make a meal of a black smoke is so hot, it'll turn your bones to dust in an instant! And that's if you survive the whirlpool! The whirlpool! No one ever survives the all-destroying whirlpool! Only eyes on the great mistress is on her way!
I've never been this way before. No flowers grow here. No seagrass. The whirlpool drags everything it lays hold of down into the depths below. There's no other way to reach the domains of the Water Witch.
What it is you want. It is foolish of you, but you shall have your wish, since it will only bring you to misery. You want to get rid of your fishtail and have 2 legs instead, like a man. So the young prince will fall in love with you, in the hope that you will gain him and an immortal soul. So be it. I will prepare for you a draft, which you will take with you to the surface. There you will consume it, every last drop. Your tail will then disappear, shrinking into what men call legs. But there will be much pain. You will feel as though a sword has been thrust into your side. The price to be paid for mortal beauty. All who see you will admit that you are the most beautiful thing they have ever seen. You will retain the freedom of grace you once knew under the sea. No dancer can equal. But every step you take will feel as hot knives under your feet. If you consent to suffer all this, then I will help you. My dear, the sands of time are shifting against you. Make your choice!
Yes.
Yes, what?
I can
take long. I just have to add a few things to the pot. Come, Hydra.
At your service, mistress.
You!
Hello there, small fry.
You seem surprised. Oh, tell me you're not so naive as to think that this snake can be trusted. Now, slave, fetch me the eye of a serpent. A crocodile's teeth.
The skin from a snail.
The fins of dead fish, sadly trapped in my snare.
The zap of an eel.
The slime of a squid. All this I conjure and cure under lid. The tears of a sailor, long dead in the sea. He tripped over the pier and cries out in such fear. He begs and he pleads and he prays you will hear.
No, wait, perhaps we're mistaken. I cooked the wrong man. Now we're stuck down here with the mermaid misshapen.
And finally, my own blood. One drop only will do. Christ, my dear, is expected of you. Put out your tongue! What? I must be paid. You have the most beautiful voice of any under the sea. With that you trust to fascinate him, no doubt. With that voice, you must give to me.
But if you take my voice, what else do I have?
Your beauty, your floating gait, your speaking eyes, of course. Surely these are enough to steal any man's heart. Well, have you lost your courage? Give me your tongue!
Oh, please, mistress, a small taste. Just a tiny piece. Ah!
At last. Your beautiful voice is finally mine. You will never sing or speak ever again. Imagine the devastation, the havoc I shall wreak on the surface. The ships I will sink.
Not even the Sea King would dare stand against you.
Take this. But consider, once you have assumed the human form, you will never become a mermaid again. You will never see your sisters or your father's palace again. And if you fail to gain the prince's love, if he will not pledge his love to you, and you alone, you will not gain an immortal soul. At first light, the morning after he pledges his love to another, your heart will break, and you will turn to spume upon the water.
Spume, my favorite.
The bargain is struck.